Okay, Kel, we had another question that came up. It talks about us explaining why our employee benefit platform is pandemic friendly.
That's a really important question. The reason why I like our platform is, first of all, it's user-friendly. So you don't necessarily have to be what I call a techie kind of person to navigate it. So if you can log into your checking account for your banking, you can use our portal, which I find very, very important because we all assume that everyone really knows how to navigate the internet. They're able to create passwords, reset their own passwords. But pandemic friendly is, even though I know people are going back into the workforce, a lot of employees still want to be able to have access to their information online just because it's easier and they can do it at their own time. They're not having to wait to meet with an HR manager to get this information. And as people are going to see doctors virtually and looking up their own information, they need to have access. So on the portal is all of their information. So their employee ID cards are on there, the instructions on how to find providers, their full benefit summaries, what prescriptions are covered under their plan, even instructions on simple things like how do I call my insurance company or how do I set up a teledoc or an online doctor's appointment. So these are all advantages to the portal because under the documents tab is all the instructions for these types of things. A lot of employees have never had to do a teledoc appointment. Another thing that's updated on the portal, all the updates for the pandemic. So if your coverages are changing and there's new things that are being covered due to the pandemic, those are all accessible online. And of course, we update our website and the employee portal and with all this information. So an example, is the COVID-19 test covered? How is it covered? How do I schedule an appointment to get testing? These are all important questions that people have. And with more and more people working remotely, it's more difficult to get this information. So we make sure that everything is available online. Of course, we're a resource as well. So if an employee has an issue trying to find the information. But again, our portal is very user-friendly.
Along that line, if somebody is perhaps at the dentist and they have their entire family there and they don't have their cards, how do they access the information?
Well, that's the great part. So whether or not you're a spouse on the plan or you're the employee or you're the dependent, all the ID cards are available online, which is great. Most people don't have a computer sitting in front of them. But we also have an app. I don't know if I mentioned that.
You didn't.
Okay, so the app, you're going to use the same username and password to get into your app. Your spouse can have access, your children can have access, and you're just going to go into the app. You're going to go under your documents tab and you'll be able to pull up all of your ID cards no matter what coverage it's for.
So are you saying that that app is on the iPhone and the Android?
Yes, both.
Awesome.
Both.
That's perfect.
So whether you have a computer, an iPad, an Android phone, or an iPhone, you'll have access to all this information at your fingertips 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Wonderful.